Marvel Zombies just dropped on Disney Plus Hotstar, and what better way to celebrate than by going back to where it all began? What if? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're kicking off a brand new series where I'll be ranking, breaking down, and throwing out some wild theories on what if, starting with the full ranking of season 1 episodes from the weakest to the absolute best in this video. Let's dive right in without any further ado. Before I start off the ranking, I wanted to make sure that this ranking is purely based on my opinion, and the major judgment criteria is whether I thoroughly enjoyed it or not. At the base of the list, we have episode 7, What If Thor Were an Only Child? This can honestly be considered a low-tier episode in the whole of the What If series. The episode is very light-hearted and more on the comedic side, but the problem is it's too silly. Though they try to elevate the stakes, they fall short, and I found the overall run of the episode pretty boring. The detailing and the fight scenes are top-notch, but it mostly acts as a filler episode, so this is why it stays in the 9th position. 8th on the list is episode 1, What If Captain Carter were the first Avenger? It really is an exciting episode to start off a series with. There's nothing really terrible about this episode, but it doesn't fully explore the potential possibilities that Carter might face as the captain. Yes, it shows the dynamics of gender discrimination really well, but I felt it was insufficient. Maybe I'm just being picky. That's why it's here at the 8th position. Following it, at the 7th place, we've got episode 2, What If T'Challa Became the Star-Lord? Okay, this is going to be a hard take. This episode is a deep, emotional, and nostalgic character study. The plot of T'Challa being abducted by Yondu rather than Peter Quill is really interesting, but I didn't feel like I had a great time with it. The episode gets boring after the first 10 minutes, and the bar scenes and team dynamics get too weak. But I do think the galactic dives, the reunion, the suspense, and the character arcs are beautifully woven. The only reason this is in 7th is because there are better ones to come in the list. Next in the list is episode 6, What If Killmonger Rescued Tony Stark? This episode is an interesting one. The collab of Iron Man and Killmonger, the character study of Killmonger, the fragile nature of Tony Stark, and the real-life dynamics of betrayal and trust, all of that is really strong. The technological aspects, timeline references, and connections run deep, but the episode structure and the side character relevance really hold it back. Even though this is placed low on the list, it has elements that I really admire. Moving on, at the midpoint of the ranking, we have episode 3, What If the World Lost Its Mightiest Heroes? This is one of the dark-toned emotional roller coasters. Seeing each of the main members lose their lives while being clueless about the killer was truly thrilling. I wish I could have seen more of Hank Pym in the suit, and though the reasoning behind the slaughter was a bit basic and familiar,
Hope. It's all about hope.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Loki's act in the last 20 minutes was a real glue-to-screen performance. The episode is average at best. Following a great episode, we have another. Episode 5, What If Zombies? Without a doubt, this was the most awaited episode of the season. Because, well, zombies are cool, and Marvel makes them even cooler. But for me, the reason this episode is in the 4th place is because there are actually a million possibilities they could have gone with. The twist with Wanda felt both shocking and lazy. Now don't complain, that's just how I feel. How can someone as strong as Wanda not defend herself from a group of mad people who just want to eat her? But hear me out, I still love this episode. Peter's story, the fights, the shifts in the character dynamics were all great. But that one decision kept it from being in the top 3. Before we kick off the top 3, hit the like button and support the channel for more interesting content. At 3rd position, we have episode 9, What If the Watcher Broke His Oath? I truly love this episode. I can call this an almost perfect ending, the cliffhanger to a lovely series. The episode is a good crossover between the characters we've all connected with, but the ending felt a little common and lazy. Despite that, I really enjoyed it. Runner-up on the list is episode 8, What If Ultron Won? This was a tough call because the finale and this episode are very similar and I respect them equally. But what pushed this one to the 2nd place were the character-defining moments, such as Hawkeye against the Ultron bots. The scene was truly motivational and defining, and the moment Ultron stands in absolute silence after destroying everything meant a lot. This episode felt like true fan fiction in the best way. The winner of the list is episode 4, What If Doctor Strange Lost His Heart Instead of His Hands? I think everyone saw this coming. This is no doubt the 2nd best episode in the What If series, if not the best. The events, the stakes, and Strange's journey are all fascinating. The scale of power in this episode alone is massive, and the consequences of the war and the fight for love are represented in an evergreen way. I call this a classic and a top tier episode, no doubt. And that's it. This was my ranking. Hope you liked it. Comment your list down below and hit the subscribe button. If you're visiting the channel for the first time and love the content, don't forget to like to help the channel grow. The next video in the series will be the ranking of What If Season 2 episodes. Comment below if you want to see more Marvel content. Until the next one, this is Marvel Vault signing off.